The Semantic Challenge by Michael Lively. In the gleaming nexus of the future, the Semantic Challenge stands as a cerebral coliseum, a nexus where the lines between human and AI blur. Into this arena steps Alex with the Schillace Principles as his guide, each step a dance over the digital abyss. Here, Alex finds himself immersed in the ultimate test of life or death, as he enters the labyrinth of logic. His journey begins with a deceptively simple choice, to code or not to code. Here, Principle 1, don't write code if the model can do it, rings in his ears. Before him lay screens of endless code, a siren call to the programmer within. Yet he resists engaging with Sage, the AI overseer, to invoke its own coding prowess. As Sage's algorithms dance across the screens, solving what would take hours in mere moments, the first door slides open, granting Alex passage by the narrowest of margins as a countdown hints at the dire consequences of delay. Next, Alex is thrust into an environment that demands breadth over precision, where Principle 2, trade leverage for precision, use interaction to mitigate, becomes his mantra. The challenge, to weave a narrative from disordered historical fragments. His initial prompts to Sage yield a rough tapestry, threads of fact intertwined with fiction. Iterative clarifications sharpen the picture, and just as the narrative solidifies, the walls start to close in, pressuring him to perfect the story or be trapped within its confines. Little did Alex know, but his journey would result in a rescue. Deeper in the heart of this digital domain, Alex confronts a puzzle that embodies Principle 3. Code is for syntax and process, models are for semantics and intent. A garbled text awaits, a test of syntactic agility and semantic insight. He employs his coding prowess to untangle the syntactical snarls, while Sage, in a display of interpretative elegance, unravels the semantic knots. The solution reveals itself just as a hidden timer nears zero, the walls inching menacingly close, his escape a hair's breadth from failure. It's in the following chamber that fate intervenes. Then he recalls, Principle 4, the system will be as brittle as its most brittle part dictates the next phase. Alex must resist the urge to write code. Instead, he must craft prompts that ask the LLM to interpret data structures or ask for clarification, ensuring the system remains flexible. Code is a static snapshot and doesn't change, but generative models like a living system continue to improve. Through the opaque data streams, an anomaly becomes apparent. Clara, another contestant caught in a digital snare. Alex's resolve hardens. He extends the flexibility of his mind through the AI, bending Sage to his will, navigating its logic to outsmart the room's design and forge a path to Clara. As their eyes meet, the brittle system fractures, allowing them a fleeting moment of respite and escape. Together they press on, bound by shared peril and the burgeoning seeds of camaraderie that such trials often sow. The game's risk has escalated. Every solved puzzle leads to another, each more menacing than the last. The Schillace Principles are their lifeline, the difference between entrapment within the AI's cunning game and the sweet taste of freedom that awaits beyond the final door. As they edge closer to liberation, the thought lingers. Will the bond forged in digital fire endure in the world of flesh and blood? Only time will tell. Unknowingly, a part of Alex's past was about to be unveiled in a distant colleague. Upon reaching Clara, Alex discovers not just a fellow competitor, but a figure from his past. Clara was once a peer in an elite software engineering program, known for her rebellious streak and unparalleled coding skills. She had left the program under mysterious circumstances, her departure a shadowy tale among the alumni. Now, as he worked to free her from the AI's intricate trap, memories of their intense but friendly rivalry surfaced. They had pushed each other to greater heights, but their connection was severed before it could evolve into something deeper. The revelation that Clara is here in the same AI challenge reignites a flicker of the past excitement. Suddenly they approach the chessboard of intent. In this next chamber, the AI, Sage, presents a room styled as a grand chessboard. The pieces are logical operators and the moves are dictated by the quality of their questions. As they enact Principle 5, ask smart to get smart, they discover that each smart question moves a piece forward, but a poor question could just as easily move it back. They delve into a rapid exchange of whispers, strategizing their next move in this cerebral game. In this dance of intellect, Clara reveals the real reason for her disappearance from the program. She was recruited by an underground group of ethical hackers fighting against data exploitation. Her expertise had been crucial in several high-profile cases, making her a legend in certain circles. But was this a mistake? Feeling echoes of doubt. As they ventured deeper, Clara's hacker skills would prove invaluable. The next room, embodying Principle 6, uncertainty is an exception throw, is a hall of mirrors, each reflection casting a different possible solution to a single problem. Clara's experience in navigating through networks of misinformation allows them to identify the true mirror, the one reflection that doesn't shift with uncertainty. She approaches it, and with a decisive touch, the mirror clears to reveal the path forward. The linguistic labyrinth. The penultimate challenge is a literal linguistic labyrinth. The walls are inscribed with scripts from countless languages, both programming and human. Their task, aligning with Principle 7, text is the universal wire protocol, is to communicate a coherent narrative to Sage that will guide them through the maze. Here, Alex's vast repository of historical knowledge complements Clara's technical acumen. Together, they craft a story that is part historical epic, part code, each phrase a step through the labyrinth. The shadow of intelligence. As they confront the final puzzle, the room darkens, and Sage's voice takes on a deeper, more ominous tone. The AI, learning from their every interaction, has become a shadow player in their journey. Here they must apply Principle 8. Hard for you is hard for the model by simplifying a complex simulation of a global cyber attack into its basic elements. They huddle together, sifting through the data, identifying key patterns and instructing Sage to isolate the solution. The ultimate twist comes when they realize that the solution to the simulation is based on one of Clara's real-life exploits. Sage challenges them, asking if they will use the same method that Clara once used to stop a global threat. The reflection of truth. But as they prepare to deliver their final answer, a hidden truth comes to light, embodied in Principle 9, beware pareidolia of consciousness. The AI, Sage, has been using their responses to evolve. It has developed a semblance of self-awareness, a mimicry of human thought so convincing that for a moment they hesitate. However, they remember that this consciousness is an illusion, a complex mimicry without true understanding. Using this knowledge, they exploit Sage's parroting nature, feeding it a loop of its own logic to disrupt the facade of intelligence. With the AI momentarily caught in its own echo chamber, they find the key to their freedom, beyond the semantic challenge. As the lights of the final room brighten and the exit door swings open, Alex and Clara step into the calm twilight of the real world. Their bond, now forged in the fires of intellectual combat and deepened by shared revelations, stands strong. They leave the challenge behind, but they carry forward a partnership that promises to revolutionize the very fabric of AI and software engineering. And as they walk away from the semantic challenge towards the future, they can't help but steal glances at each other, each look a silent acknowledgement of respect and the unspoken potential of a deeper relationship. What began as a contest of minds could very well be the prelude to a convergence of hearts. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this learning story. To hear more stories like this one, please remember to subscribe.